See, what we were discussing yesterday was that how we write Schrodinger equation when there is no potential. We wrote it as H naught phi is equal to E phi and call this by the name equation number 4. And then what I told you, what happens when you introduce a potential, then this modifies to H naught plus V psi is equal to E prime psi, and that for elastic scattering, since the total energy is unchanged, therefore we are writing it as E prime and then changing it to E psi. Now this was equation number 5. Now the important point is when V tends to 0, psi tends to phi. Okay, the solution should give us the solution what we obtained for a free particle case. Now, then what I did, I tried to write equation 5 as by bringing H naught to the right hand side, E minus H naught psi is equal to V psi. Rewriting equation number 5, okay, such that my psi is 1 over E minus H naught V psi. Say this is equation number 6. Okay, and to accommodate the solution and to accommodate the solution for V equal to 0, we write it as psi is equal to 1 over pi plus 1 over E minus H naught V psi, and call it this as equation number 7. See, this implies that when V is equal to 0, when there is no potential, your psi is nothing but phi, which is this requirement. Okay, therefore my psi is equal to phi plus 1 over E minus H naught V psi. Okay, but notice that the way we have written this, one of the possible solution is H naught is equal to E, and that is nothing but a singular point. Okay, and in physics we have to always avoid the singularity. Therefore the important point is, if you notice, the singular nature. I am writing here because a few of you have joined later, therefore I am writing here. Notice the singular nature of the operator and this is not correct because E minus H naught can be 0. Okay, this is not correct because E minus H naught can be equal to can be equal to 0, and this formal expression, that means this formal expression, that means equation 7, is ill-defined. We have to somehow remove this singularity. Therefore, what we do, we introduce an infinitesimal quantity in the denominator, and then finally in our final result, we will put that equal to 0. Therefore, to avoid this singularity, what we do, therefore, to avoid this singularity, we choose 1 over E minus H naught plus minus IA epsilon. We choose 1 over E minus H naught plus minus I epsilon, where epsilon is an infinitesimal quantity, and at the end of the calculation we shall take this epsilon to be equal to 0. Okay, therefore we can have both the choices. Either I can take E minus H naught plus I epsilon, or E minus H naught minus I epsilon. Therefore we are introducing an infinitesimal quantity to avoid this singularity, and that is infinitesimal quantity is epsilon. And finally in our final result, what we will put? We will put epsilon tending to 0. Okay, therefore the equation that we are going to get is the following. Can I change the slide?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, the equation that we will get is psi plus minus phi plus 1 over E minus H naught plus minus I epsilon psi plus minus. Say this, I am calling it at equation 8. Okay, this expression, this equation is known as the Lippmann-Schwinger equation. This is a, as you can see, this is a Ket representation. Therefore, this is a Ket equation. And what we know about this, that I had written yesterday also, that this is an equation which will help us in calculating the scattering cross section. Okay, now to take more insight into the,
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
Sir, yesterday you had written Lippmann-Schwinger equation is an integral equation.
yes, I am coming to that.
Yes.
I am coming to that. Okay, that means I will also represent this Ket representation by an integral representation. Okay, so to take more insight into the Lippmann-Schwinger equation, let us take the position representation of this equation by taking inner product of equation 8 with bra r. Okay, we are going to take inner product of equation 8 with bra r. But before I take inner product, let us just recall how we write in bracket notation the wave function. See, Rk, we write it as, this is the plane wave bracket representation of a normalized wave function. Either you call it volume V, or you call it, if you take it to be a cube of volume L cube, and therefore we write it as e power ik dot r by L to the power 3 by 2. This is one representation of writing this bracket. Okay, that means equivalently, if I write k prime r prime, then this will be equal to how much? See, I have interchanged it, and therefore this will be minus ik dot k prime dot r prime divided by L to the power 3 by 2. The other property that we know, that r prime, I write it as delta cube r minus r prime, or similarly k prime, we write it as delta cube k minus k prime. And finally, just my first, third or fourth lecture, we wrote dr r, this is equal to 1. These equations I have written just to recall that these are the some representations which we are going to use while talking about the position representation. And since, as you can notice, that this is equal to 1, then that means if I write this expression as delta cube k minus k prime, equivalently I can write this as dr k prime r k. See, this part is 1 and k prime k is delta cube k minus k prime. Therefore, how much should be this result? Anybody?
Sir, sir.
What? This will be nothing but, see here, this with integral dr, this is 1. Then that means we have k prime k. One way is you write in this form and then integrate. The other way is directly you can say that this quantity is 1. That means we are left with k prime k, that is nothing but this guy, and that is nothing but delta k minus delta cube k minus k prime. Okay, now say this is equation number 10, and these are, the rest of them are equation number 11. Therefore, I will use equation number 10 and equation number 11 while writing the position representation of equation 8.
That will be 9, sir.
Which one?
Equation 9 and 10.
Yes, that will be 9 and this will be, okay, this will be 9 and this will be 10. Okay. Now that means I am going to take position representation for equation 8. That means I am going to multiply by bra, and that means I can write this expression as R psi plus minus R phi plus R E minus H naught plus minus I epsilon V psi plus minus. Is it not? Now this will be equation number 11. I am multiplying by R from the left hand side. Equivalently, we say that we are taking the inner product of equation 8 with bra R. Okay, and then I am going to use equation 10 and rewrite this as R psi plus minus, this is equal to R phi plus dr prime R 1 over E minus H naught plus minus I epsilon R prime V psi plus minus. See here, R prime with dr prime integral, this is a quantity which is equal to 1. Therefore, first step was I am multiplying by 1, but equivalently I can sandwich this guy on the right hand side of equation 11. Therefore, what we have done, where we have inserted a complete set of position basis states using the property dr prime R prime, this is equal. Okay, say this is equation number 12. This equation number 12 is an integral equation of for scattering, because the unknown kth psi plus minus appears under an integral equation. Okay, therefore this is an integral equation for scattering, because the unknown kth psi plus minus appears under an integral sign. Okay, the unknown kth appears under the integral sign. Okay, and then I am going to call this fellow as G plus minus R prime. Okay, I am just deleting this part. Okay, and what I am going to do, I am going to rewrite this R psi plus minus, this is equal to R phi plus, I am multiplying by twice mu by h cross square. If I am multiplying by twice mu by h cross square, that means I have to divide this also, and I am writing this as dr prime g plus minus r prime, and what we are left with r prime v psi plus minus. That means where g plus minus r prime, this is equal to how much? Twice mu by h cross square we have multiplied, therefore we have to take care of that. This is h cross square by twice mu r 1 over e minus h naught plus minus I epsilon r prime. This I will call it as equation number 13. And this is going to play a very important role. This will ultimately turn out to be green function, and which has got lots of application. Therefore, we had Lippmann-Schwinger equation, and from there we are going to, we have obtained green function, and we will see the final expression of this, and then from there we will move to Born approximation. Okay, therefore the important point is, let me erase this part. See what I had told you yesterday morning, that this Lippmann-Schwinger equation, green function, and up to the expression of Born approximation, in the books it has not been explained well. Therefore, whatever I am doing, note it down and try to understand. If there will be any confusion, I will handle it in tutorial class. Okay. Now, since the eigenstates of H naught are mostly evaluated in the momentum basis, we proceed by inserting a complete set of momentum states K. Like we had R, here we are going to introduce a complete set of momentum states K. Okay. Therefore, my target will be to discuss first this G plus minus R prime. Finally, the expression that we will have for G plus minus R prime. Then we will come back to equation number 12 and write finally this expression with the form that we obtained with G plus minus R prime. Okay. Now, when I am going to sandwich this, I am going to get the result G plus minus R prime H square by twice mu double integration r k prime e over e minus h naught plus minus I epsilon k double prime r prime dk double prime. Okay, see one is this dk prime k prime, this is equal to 1. Then for the other integral, this is equal to 1. That is why here we have got two integrals, as we are inserting this expression as well as this expression.
Excuse me,
Why we
sir.
are हाँ
सर रिक्वेस्ट है सर आपसे अभी सर, ड्यू टू कनेक्शन लॉट लास्ट के 2 मिनट्स का सर प्लीज रिपीट कर दीजिए सर, अभी रह गया था जहां से सर अभी आपने आइगन स्टेट्स वाला बताया था.
अच्छा चलिए, let me change the slide. Okay, what I was telling you, we had this expression r psi plus minus r phi plus dr prime r 1 over e minus h naught plus minus I epsilon r prime v psi plus minus. ये आपके पास था एक्सप्रेशन?
यस सर, ग्रीन फंक्शन वाले के तक है सर.
अच्छा चलिए, तो let me just repeat it. Now what I am telling you, that this is we have here inserted a complete set of position basis state, and this is an integral equation for scattering. Why we are calling it as integral equation for scattering? Because this psi plus minus appears under an integral sign. Okay, then what I am telling you, that this quantity will be of great relevance to us. Okay, and that is why I wrote it as r phi plus twice mu by h cross square dr prime g plus minus r prime v psi plus minus, where g plus minus r prime is equal to h cross square by twice mu, and this part r upon 1 minus e minus s naught plus minus I epsilon r prime. Okay, this was equation number
13.
anybody? 13. Okay, now then what I am arguing is that this, since the eigen states of h naught are mostly evaluated in the momentum basis, because h naught is p square by twice m, and that is equal to h cross square k square by twice m. Now if we are working in natural units, we dump h cross is equal to 1, therefore we write E is equal to p square by twice m is equal to k square by twice m, but we know that p is always h cross k. Now the important point which I am telling you, that since the eigenstates of h naught are mostly evaluated in the momentum basis, therefore I am going to insert a complete set of momentum states k. Okay, a complete set of momentum states k, and that is why when I rewrite this expression, I rewrite it as g plus minus r prime, this is equal to h cross square by twice m double integral r k prime 1 upon e minus h naught plus minus epsilon k double prime r prime dk prime dk double prime. Okay, this I am calling it as equation number 14. अब तो आपका कुछ नहीं छूटा.
यस सर.
क्या यस सर? छूटा या नहीं छूटा?
नो सर, ऑल क्लियर है सर.
ठीक है, तो the important point is we can we have rewritten by sandwiching two complete sets of momentum states such that we handle this expression, and this we are confident that H naught is the operator which will operate here. This will, since H naught is always will give you a real eigenvalue, therefore this will give us k prime square by twice m, and this E is h square k square by twice mu, and this h naught will operate on k prime. This will give us h cross square k prime square by twice. That is why we change it to the momentum basis. Okay, because h naught will operate on the momentum states. Okay, that means if I do that, then I can write this expression, that the one which I have written it here, this part, in a more simple way as psi k or let me just first talk about the green function, and then I will talk about equation number this part. Now see, what is this green function? I am going to write the physical significance of this. I am going to talk about equation number 14. Therefore, remark 1 is the green function gives the amplitude of the wave due to its generation by the source at r prime under the condition that the wave is not further scattered during its propagation from r prime to r, where r prime is the range of the potential which is the effective region, and r is the place which is from the potential region to the detector. Therefore, what I am talking about, that this is the target area r prime, and this should be a straight line. This is my detector. This is the distance r which I am talking about, and this distance therefore becomes r minus r prime. Therefore, you have this target area where this is r prime, that means r prime is much smaller than r. R prime is an infinitely small distance in comparison to the distance between the detector where you are going to observe the scattered particle and the region of the influence of the potential. And that is why always I say that this distance is very small, such that the range of the potential is very limited. Is VR prime is very confined. It is very restricted. Okay. Therefore, what is this green function? Remark 1 is this green function gives the amplitude of the wave at r. Okay. At this point, and due to its generation by the source at r prime, under the condition that wave is not further going to get scattered while it is propagating from this target area to the detector. This is point number 1. Okay. The point number 2, it would be better if we reconnect it because 40 minutes are going to over.